Ultra Instinct in Final Stand is by far the most interesting out of them all, since it's not like another form. You have to lower yourself to a certain HP threshold, which is 10% or 20%, same with your key, and then you have to buy it for 300,000 Zenny for regular Ultra Instinct, and then for 700,000 Zenny for Mastered Ultra Instinct. So it requires actually like a lot of work to get it, and then when you do get it, it has automatic dodges, and they both have different multipliers, of course. Regular Ultra Instinct gives you 300 stats and everything besides your HP and key max, and then Mastered Ultra Instinct gives you 700 stats and everything besides obviously HP and key max. Mastered Ultra Instinct itself is really well. It performs very good. There's a time limit though. It's about 2 minutes if I recall correctly, and I'm gonna show it fighting Broly. It does decently. It's really good for melee because it teleports you when you punch, and it has auto dodge on it. So it's very potent for this, especially if you have a high prestige and you take a lot of damage. You don't want to use God Form because God Form is just like a flat boost that gives more, of course, but Master Ultra Instinct has the dodge, and you can ultimately do more damage because you're attacking more frequently and taking less damage overall. Additionally, while being in Master Ultra Instinct, you actually don't like lose any ki when you use moves. It will kind of show, as you see in the top right, it's kind of fighting for its life. It's like losing ki a bit, but it's not really. It's constantly going up because it has a timer, remember? So it's always going to be, it has a strict time limit. Doesn't matter how much ki you actually use through moves, which is very good in general. It's really nice that you're not like straining for key max and you're just set on a timer, so you don't have to worry about it all that much. Of course, unless you're like me in Prestige 2 and can't solo Broly with MUI because you don't have enough damage because you have Prestige nerfs. Also, another thing I want to mention about this is that you can actually spam evasives. I love doing this to piss people off. People are just annoying. You just spam like Explosive Wave and make them annoyed as hell. It's really funny. Legendary Forces is an interesting one because you need sub-races, a specific sub-race for Master Ultra Instinct, because there's three. There's the Legendary sub-race, there's the Hybrid, there's the Pure. Now, all of them can use Ultra Instinct, but only Pure can use Mastered Ultra Instinct. And in order to actually get Mastered Ultra Instinct, you need to train your UI fully in the God Chamber, as you just saw, and then head Dynamic and do Fight Moro. And then you just keep training it, and eventually you let Moro hit you until you activate Master Ultra Instinct. Now, here's the thing, is that this is a straight stat boost like most of the other games. So, it is just going to be one of those things where you get stronger. So, yeah, a bummer, but oh well, right? If I recall correctly, its multiplier is 417,000, so it is pretty good. Beast form is 600,000 and Legendary is 800,000. So while it is the weaker ones, I do think it looks better than Legendary, though I do prefer the Beast look more, but MUI does look really beautiful. So yeah, you know, very cool form. It is, in this game, a bit more weird. At least it takes something like more unique to get and achieve, whereas you just get stronger like in a lot of the games, but still no final stand, but it is pretty cool. And of course, as you see the text, there's an MUI bar. So basically, if you want to go back into it, what you have to do is be a Pearson, obviously, and then while you're in Ultra Instinct, that bar will fill up, and then when it fills up all the way, you'll transform into Master Ultra Instinct, and then while in MUI, that bar will fill down, and then you'll just deform. Dragon Blox Ultimate is an interesting case. So this game actually has 4 Ultra Instincts. There is, of course, Ultra Instinct Omen, the first one. Then following that, there is Mastered Ultra Instinct, the second Ultra Instinct. Then after that, there is Super Saiyan Blue Ultra Instinct. So that's the third one. And then the final one is Astral Instinct, which requires 138 million stats. These are all just straight buffs, and you can master a form to 10 to get different like multipliers for each one. Astral Instincts is pretty high, the stats are pretty crazy, it allows you to do a lot of the difficult bosses, because it is technically the last form. There's a boss that you can get a new form called Rose Prominence. We have to beat Goku Black, and I haven't done that yet, so I don't know how much stronger it is than Astral Instinct. So I haven't seen these UI forms actually dodge any attacks at all. So I don't think you can dodge attacks with UI in this game, which is kind of weird, but is what it is. Dragon Ball Evolution has a lot of Ultra Instincts, the most by far. The first one's going to be the prominent regular Omen. So this game has Ultra Instinct, it has dodges, it can dodge attacks as you see. Very, very good. The stat boost isn't that much compared to the others, but it does dodge and it does counter as you just saw. The next Ultra Instinct form, being Mastered Ultra Instinct, is basically Ultra Instinct Omen but just stronger, just has a higher stat boost and it can dodge more often, which means more counters. So yeah, just a stronger Ultra Instinct Omen overall. The next Ultra Instinct is actually a technique you get from mastering Mastered Ultra Instinct, and as you see these little wisps, basically this is a technique, as I said, you can stack with other Ultra Instincts and it gives you a 50% dodge rate, so it just gives you more dodge, which is very potent as you might imagine. Next we have Pride Instinct, which gets stronger the more you dodge with it, as it has a bar in the bottom left, and it just looks kind of like it's a Rainbow Instinct, looks kind of cool. And I'm also going to be stacking Goofy Instinct technique on top of it. What Goofy Instinct does is it gives you a 90% dodge rate, but every time you dodge, it wastes up your energy and ki or whatever, so you can't use it all the time. As you see, as I dodged, Pride Instinct gets stronger and stronger. That's just the way the form works, and it is very, very cool. I like this type of stuff. I wish this game got more updates because this is such a cool form. The last Ultra Instinct form is Yin Yang UI. It actually used to be a developer form, but now you get it from wishing from the Dragon Balls, and it's just a straight stat boost. There's nothing to it. It gives you it gives you a big multiplier, and that's it. Nothing else really. So it can dodge, I think, but if it has, I haven't really seen it. But it does have UI in its name, so it is Ultra Instinct, I suppose. I had to include it here.